Wine. For some, a pure indulgence. For others, a yardstick of culture. For South Africa, a reminder of a romantic history which began more than 300 years ago with the arrival of European settlers at the Cape of Good Hope. And where the wines of those formative years brought the Cape to the attention of European aristocracy, so the nobility of today's wines ensures that South Africa is often on the lips of connoisseurs throughout the world. 3 centuries ago, it was unthinkable that wine comparable with the finest in the world could be made at the southern tip of Africa. But Jan van Riebeck and his band of settlers firmly believed that the Cape's fertility would play an excellent host to the vine. And on the 2nd of February 1659, he wrote in his diary, "Today, praise the Lord, wine has been pressed from the Cape grapes." Groot Constantia, a cultural and historic cornerstone of our wine heritage. Simon van der Stel took command at the Cape in 1679, and with his knowledge of vineyard and winemaking, he laid the foundation for a tradition which would place Groot Constantia on the world map a century later. Esther Anna Cluter, proud wife of Hendrik Cluter, whose ancestors were gardeners at Jan van Riebeck's residence. Under Hendrik Cluter, Groot Constantia became a household name among European aristocracy. The elegant wine produced by the Cluters was served at the table of Francis Ludwig XVI. Jane Austen wrote about the wine. Napoleon Bonaparte, who entertained his guests regularly with Groot Constantia wine, employed agents to ensure that his supplies of the wine did not run out. The French not only bought and drank the Cape wine, but also contributed to the development of South Africa as a leading wine-producing country. It was especially here, in the Franschhoek Valley, that the French Huguenots enriched our culture and winemaking artistry. They knew good wine, and the vineyards they planted rapidly boosted the Cape's reputation as a wine region of quality. Today, South African wine is a mirror of a variety of cultures transplanted over thousands of sea miles to a new fatherland. The Cape of Storms and the Cape of Good Hope. 300 years ago, it was ridiculous to imagine that this part of the world would produce wines capable of standing their ground against any other. Yet the convictions of the first vine planters and the cross-pollination between cultures steeped in winemaking and drinking paved the way for a proud tradition, earning South Africa fame